Hey guys, how's everybody doing today? My name is Susan. I have Sassy Susan's shop. It's a little woodworking shop. Well, my husband and I have a 40 by 50 shop. Half of the floor in here, and this is how we bought it, half the floor is wood and the other half is concrete. Well, the concrete side is definitely his side, and the wood side is definitely my side. We have to share this shop because he is a truck driver. He's got some truck parts, oil, just stuff for the truck on that side. So right now, I'm using half of this shop. Okay, now before we really dive into anything, I want to give you guys a little bit of a background on myself. Born and raised in almost the slap middle of Alabama. I live in Kansas. Now, when I was growing up, there was a few blocks away from my house, there was a sawmill. And my dad would go down there every spring, get a few 5-gallon buckets of sawdust, bring it out and put it in his garden. And I can't garden for nothing. I have no green thumb whatsoever. So anyway, sometimes I'd go with him. Well, I fell in love with the smell of sawdust. It's just, to me, the smell of sawdust is just like a relaxing, I can't explain it, but it relaxes me. If I'm having a really bad day, I'm going to come down here, even if I just cut a board, cut it down a little bit. That's it, I'm done. I'm good to go. So, as I was growing up, I'd go by the sawmill, sit there, and I'd smell it. When I was about, I'd say 11, maybe 9 or 10, he made sure to teach me how to swing a hammer. He and I together built a patio on the back of the house. He showed me how to use a circular saw, he showed me how to use a drill, and he showed me how to swing a hammer, the proper way to swing a hammer. And I kind of fell in love with woodworking. Well, in school one year, I took shop, and it's just something about working with your hands and creating a piece of furniture or whatever, a decorative piece. It just, for me, that's such a rewarding thing to be able to experience. And I'm so thankful and grateful that I'm able to use my hands to create something, It might not be pretty. We'll get to that. So anyway, I grew up, started my life, lots of things happened. I'm much older now, married, divorced, twice. And I have been in a very serious relationship with a wonderful man for 12 and a half years. Well, because of that wonderful man, he's a truck driver, and him working very hard, he's always tried to make sure I've had everything I needed. He's worked very hard for that. He works his backside off to try to give me the things I want. And he has done that tenfold for me. And I am so grateful for it. But now I've been able to collect tools. I've got a miter saw. That's this blue thing behind me as I'm trying to figure out how to contain dust off of that thing. And I've learned that that's going to be a headache to try to contain dust off of it. I've got a table saw, a band saw, and a drill press. And I've got some, the hand tools, a sander, jigsaw, a couple of different sanders, a trim router, a nailer. Yeah. And I've been trying to get involved in this and spend more and more time in my shop over the past couple of years. Now I'm going to tell you guys something that's, I know a lot of you's going to cringe, and I will tell you why. I get my material right now from the orange big box store. And I know a lot of you are going, why? Well, the reason why is I'm wanting to get deeper into this and hopefully make it a full-time thing. And so right now I'm not going to spend the money on these beautiful pieces of wood like Purple Heart, walnut, I can't think of any, but you experienced woodworkers, you know what I'm talking about. So right now I'm using things like cheap plywood, fence pickets, you know, just plain pine, and I'm wanting to learn using that stuff. Another reason why I'm using that orange big box store is right now I don't have a pickup. Yes, I'm a woodworker that does not have a pickup. That's a strange thing for me. I live an hour away from where they are. They will deliver a load of lumber for $80. Now, between the orange, the green, if you guys have green in your area, and the blue, I think the green has the better selection. But the green and the blue, they want like $300 to go like 50 miles. The big orange one only wants 80. I'm cool with that. So anyway, I'm learning. I have looked up and have collected thousands of plans. I want to build storage for both my husband and I. I desperately need storage because I'm collecting things, you know, like these little hinges and stuff, and because I'm wanting to make little boxes and these things to put to help hold the tabletop down. You know, I've been collecting little things like that through watching videos and collecting plans on things that I know I'm going to need. Well, so I'm using construction lumber. Some of the plywood projects that I've done, it's like my drill press stand, I did build it. I use sheathing because it's for a shop. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just needs to be functional. Well, I'm slowly starting to build things for our house. That, yes, I'm probably still going to use construction material, but I'm going to take all the correct steps I need to sand all the way up to 220, do a proper finish on it, that wood conditioner, staining conditioner stuff, put that on there and then figure out what stain I want. Right here, I'll show you this little project, but right here was the first project that I was wanting to do and make it look like it was just put together with dowels. And what this is it's an adjustable table. I have I don't have the peg. I don't have it sanded out enough, but it's an adjustable table. And the reason why it's not sitting level right now is I have dowels sticking out that I haven't cut off yet. But this is my adjustable table. And I'm really happy well, it's gonna make a liar out of me because it was working. Really happy with how this worked out. I did not use plans on this. All I did was go to my sofa and I measured it from where the seat is and from where the arm is. And it's like, okay, I need this to be adjustable. And I saw this video where somebody had made one of these, and I thought it was genius. But right here is dowels that I haven't cut off yet to try to hide these screws, because I was trying to do just joinery with just using dowels. Well, I had all this sanded down, had everything looking great, and I went to put it together. Well, this piece right here kind of leaned that way. I'm still pleased. I'm still learning, okay? And so I ended up having to use my little saw to cut it out right here, and I put these pieces on here. And I finally was able to go get a countersink bit when I finally realized exactly what that was, and did this. So hopefully it'll still fool the eye in thinking that I put this together with just nothing but wood. And this is the only part that has actual screws, is these 4 pieces right here. And I figured this is the bottom, nobody's gonna see it. I was able to hide it. I'm good. So, this is something that I have built for my home, if I can get this back together. So, oh, come on, work with me here. There. So, that's the only thing I'm doing right now. And this little project that I have right here, one thing that I did learn is that there are multiple types of saw blades. And I have a DeWalt table saw. I bought this dado set, which I really did not know how expensive these are, and it was a sticker shock. But you know what? I'm excited to use it. And so, where there was a good sale on saw blades from Menards, and I figured, okay, I need to make me a caddy or something. I can't just, because I desperately need proper storage. So I measured it out, kinda, and I'm taking these, and these are my spacers, because they're just a little bit taller than the blade is. I can't even talk. And this one right here is a little tight, but anyhow, I'm going to make 2 sides. It's going to have, let's see, I don't know. I'll grow it out. But anyway, the only thing I'm doing here is I'm just using my spacers, putting that up against there, making sure it's flush with the edge right here, because this is the bottom, in Type Bond 3. I've learned there's all different types of glue. Type Bond 3, I think, is probably going to be the only glue at this point in time, in what little experience I have in woodworking. I really like it. I've tried to use Gorilla Glue. Maybe it's just me, but I didn't have that much luck with Gorilla Glue. I used this, and a different video, but I have a cute story as to why that I am only going to use this. So anyway, I'm new. This is my very first video, so this is a new channel, I'm new to woodworking and nervous about doing this, but there's another YouTuber that, well, I don't know if he wants to call himself a YouTuber, but anyway, he has a YouTube channel too. Bearded Viking Woodworking, or did I get that right? Oh my gosh. Anyway, if I can figure it out, I will put a link in the description box and give you the name of his channel. He encouraged me to do this. You know, he kind of went through and made a video where he kind of talked about getting started and still learning things himself when it comes to YouTube. He does a lot of boxes, and he has done some very beautiful work, and just he's done some amazing pieces of work. So anyway, go check him out. He's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. I think if you're diehard woodworking, or like me getting into it, you can learn a lot from him too. Because he doesn't do plans, but when he does decide to do a project, he will sit and say, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is the measurements, and he goes through detail what he's doing, and which helps me a lot because I can say, okay, I can watch him, I'm going to try that. But again, I'm using construction grade because he uses these exotic woods, and I mean exotic woods that I've never heard of. Anyhow, so the only thing I do ask is, one, please like and subscribe. I'm trying. I am here to learn. And if you leave a comment, please have a positive one, because I'm learning. Some of you may be learning too and found this. Why don't we learn some stuff together, okay? Because, you know, two heads are better than one. And when I get a little more advanced or a little more knowledge on everything, I'm going to upgrade to, you know, better woods, bigger projects. You know, if it's something simple that just, putting a building out, measure it, screw, you're good. That's not a problem. I have seen multiple pieces of furniture, multiple pieces of art, clocks, that takes years of training and skill. And I'm talking like Japanese precision kind of skill to do some of these pieces, and I want to get to that point in my life. And if anybody out there has a book I can buy or a channel I can go watch to learn, please let me know, because I am wanting to make woodworking a full-time thing for me. It is relaxing. It's therapeutic, really. I can come to my shop and just get lost. And there was one day I was down here for 10 hours and didn't know it. And I've got 2 dogs at home thinking, oh, she abandoned us. I got run over that day when I come home. They're like, mommy, mommy, mommy. And I love my fur babies. I do. They're goofballs. I've got a pit and I've got a mastiff. They are 2 of the biggest, goofiest dogs I think I have ever come across. I can't bring them down here with me. I'd love to. There's just too much in here, and I got to get proper storage. So, with all that being said, that's who I am. I'm wanting to learn. I'm wanting to learn from anybody out there, you got some ideas, or say, hey, try this, try that. Let's get it done. Let's see what we can't come up with together. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, whoever watches this video, I greatly appreciate it. And just, again, please like and subscribe and leave me a comment. And just tell me some of your experiences. Y'all, have a good one. See ya.